Alright, so we want to start a standard calculator on Visual Basic. So the first thing we do when setting up a standard calculator is to firstly focus on the design, because the design of everything is very important. So we adjust the size of the form firstly, then a standard calculator needs buttons. Any calculator needs buttons to serve as the operators and the numbers, as well as the figures. So we make a button for each operator and each number and each figure. Then we use the text box. We use the text box for the screen per se, where the numbers and everything would show. So when we do everything, it will be something like, so when you do it, it will be something like this. As you see, all the numbers are in place. These are buttons: button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, button 5. So if you are confused as to the way I change the buttons, I just simply went to properties, I went to text, I changed it to 1, then I went to fonts and reset the font like so. I reset the font to bold and to 14, pressed OK. So these are all buttons. Everything here is buttons. Then this is the text bar. This is a text bar. So now that we've done all this, the next thing we go to is the code. The next thing we move to the code. So before we start coding anything, we have to firstly make some firstly set some things to the system, to the whole coding thing. So these are what we have to set: name first number as decimal, second number as decimal, operations as integer, then operation selector as boolean. So now that we've done this basically tells the calculator that all the numbers should operate the way they should. That if you press 1, it should show 1 on the text box. If you press plus, it should show plus on the text box. If you press equal to, it should show equal to on the text box. That's basically what these operations, this code is here for. So after that, we now start with the coding of each button. So we start with the coding of each button. We start with the first button, number 1. This is it, button 1. Then we simply, so we write these codes for each button. If text box dot text is this 0, then this, else this. So this basically tells the calculator to select the button, to place the button on the text box when selected. So we just do this, we just write this same code for the remaining buttons. That's Control V, come again, 2, 2. Alright, so we do the same thing all the way to button 9. So if you review the code, we just wrote the same thing but changed the numbers. So that's so if you review the code, you see that all the numbers are there. Only thing we changed are the figures. Each figure correlates with each button. So for instance, button 5, it will have the text box equals 5. So each figure correlates with each button. So to understand it better, we have to run the program.
Second test.
Okay. Alright, so now that it's run, if you press 1, okay, made a mistake, but then there's no problem, we can always change it back. But this is basically what it means. So now all the code that we kept in give us the ability to put all the buttons. So the mistake we made was, in a normal calculator, the button starts from here. It starts from the left side, and it's actually bigger. It's actually bigger. So we're about to change that. So it's not really a hard thing. What we do is we come to the properties of the text box. Then we come to where is align, text align from the right. When that is done, to make the buttons bigger, we just come to fonts, bold, about, since it's a bit big, let's say 16 or 18 or 18. Alright, so if we start it again, so if we start it again, see, it starts from here. So we need to make the text bigger, but you can see what just happened. So just to real quick, 24, yeah. Alright, so now it's okay. So now we've done all that. We've not still done for 0, star, and cancel, and the cancel, or as well as the operators and the equals to, as well as the operators and the equals to. We've not done for here and here, so we're about to do that now. So we come back to the code to do for 0. For 0, we select 0. We just copy this, then copy, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, then we just change here to 0. So now, okay, then end if, and if. Okay, so now everything is set for 0. So we continue on with the full stop, which is here. Alright, this is the code for the full stop, or the point, or the dot, or whatnot. This is the code. If not text box, this, that, then all this is the code for the full stop and everything. So now that we've done that, we can go straight to the operators. So but before we go to the operators, we need to firstly work on the cancel. That's to be able to cancel all the numbers, to be able to delete all the numbers. So to do this, we just write text box 1.text equals 0. So this is the code for the cancel. So now we can go to the operators. So now we go to the operators. So the code for the operators, for the plus operator, is this. first number plus this thing. So as we said, operator selector equals true. So if we go up, we said that the dim operator selector as boolean. So that correlates with this thing. So we are heading the right track. Then this is for the plus operator. For the minus operator is basically the same thing. Control V. We just change here to 2. Multiplication operator, same thing. Control V. Change here to 3. Division operator, V. Change here to 4. So now that alright, so when we've done that, now everything is set, everything is done. The last thing we need to do is the equals to complete the calculator. The last thing we need to do is equal to. So the code for the equals to is, so this is the code for the equals to. If operator selector equals true, then second number. This is basically the code for the equals to. This is the code for the equal to. So once we've written this code, alright, so once we've written this code, the calculator is set, the calculator is ready. Calculator is ready. So this equals to, this code just it just expatiates the operators, the code for the operators. If operators equals 1, then text box plus text equals first number plus second number. Else if operators equals 2. So this if operators equals 1, that's for the addition, first number plus second number. Else if operators equals to subtraction, first number minus second number. We continue multiplication, then after that, now we've done the coding for everything, so it's just for us to start the calculator. Alright, so now we have done everything. So if we do this, alright, the calculator is set. So this is basically we are done with the calculator. 58.3 minus 65 equal minus 6.5. So everything is set, everything is done. All the numbers are working. 70, 0 is working. 98 equals this division divided by 5. So everything is working. So we are basically done with the calculator. So this is how to make a standard calculator. Chicken up.